ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SPNN's production of boys high school basketball here on St. Paul's North End. I'm Coleman McDonough, along with Pioneer Press Sports columnist Ray Richardson. Welcome, Ray.
Thank you for having me.
Tonight we have a St. Paul City Conference matchup featuring the Arlington Phoenix and the Como Park Cougars. Como comes in with a conference record of 1-9. Arlington comes in with a record of 6-4. We anticipate an excellent basketball game here. Ray, what do you think about the matchup tonight?
Well, I like to see the quickness on both teams. You don't see a lot of height in a game like this. So in a game like this, you're expecting to see a lot of up and down, fast tempo kind of game. And it's probably going to be more exciting that way for the fans to see. You won't see the ball going inside for post-ups too much. So you're going to see a lot of athletic ability on both sides. And you'll see guys kind of showing some of their talents and getting them down the floor. The referees had better be moving too, because there's going to be a lot of action for them to keep up with as well. Absolutely,
and Arlington is known for its ability to get up and down the floor. They have several guys who like to slash to the basket, can dunk the basketball. They also have a potential Mr. Basketball of Minnesota candidate in Terrence Dobson. What do you know about Terrence, Ray?
I know quite a bit about him, and I'm rooting for him very much. I hope that he has a good game tonight, and I know there are a lot of college coaches in the area looking at him every time he plays. So he's got to be kind of focused on trying to play his best ball and not worry about what colleges are here to look at him. And sometimes you know somebody's in the stands and you want to impress them. You may not play your best game, so you want to make sure you're kind of focused on tonight's game and make sure you take care of your major factors that you want to do to get the team in the offense and do what your coach tells you to do, and then everything else take care of itself.
Okay. Well, I tell you, knowing Terrence as I do, I think he's a pretty focused individual. I think he has an idea of what he is supposed to accomplish here, both from an academic standpoint and from an athletic standpoint. But I would imagine, Ray, that it's hard to be a teenager in high school, knowing that there's colleges looking at you and all the distractions that that come with that.
Well, that's an early age to even be considering that, and of course we're talking about a kid here in St. Paul, but this is a nationwide situation. There are kids all around the country in major markets like New York, Chicago, LA, where the pressure is even more intense than what Terrence is dealing with. So he's kind of fortunate. He's not being courted by a lot of Division I programs. But on to a smaller scale, he kind of knows what it feels like to be under scrutiny and being watched. And this is a test of character as well to see how he holds up against this. And also it's kind of fun because you want to find out how good you are as a player. And when people come to see you from other schools, that tells you that you've got something to offer. And it sort of tells you that you got a pretty good game. If nobody was coming to look at you, then you will have something to really be moaning about. But on the other side of that, Terrence should feel very good that there are people interested in watching him play, and that's a nice thing to have.
Oh, it certainly is, and whatever college program, Division II, Division III, Division I, wherever he goes, they're going to get a quality individual. And you know, it extends beyond Terrence. For example, Como Park has a young man by the name of Reed Mann, who is an exceptional athlete over at Como Park. He's their starting quarterback for the football team. He's averaging almost 20 points a game in the St. Paul City Conference so far. Excellent shooter, has the ability to get up and down the floor with the best of the kids in the St. Paul City Conference.
Well, in Reed's case, he's going to take advantage of this opportunity to show that I've got a game as well as Terrence does. So he may know that everybody's here to watch Terrence, but this is a great opportunity for him to show what he can do. So there's been a lot of cases where kids on the other side of this situation have sort of risen up and shown what they got, and this could be a great night for him.
Yeah, it absolutely should. And you know, in talking about different high school programs, Arlington's in just the 4th year of their existence. This senior class that they have is the first group of kids to go all the way through freshman through senior. And in talking to Coach Ole, he's indicated that the senior leadership is really what makes this Arlington basketball team go.
Well, you have to give Coach Ole some credit. I mean, he's taken his program from scratch, and they've got a great facility here. This is my first time in this building, and the future for kids in this neighborhood who are looking to go to high school close to home, this is a great place to come. And if they keep Coach Ole here for a while, I can see a lot of great things for this situation here.
Okay. Well, we're about a minute from game time here. Arlington High School on the north end of St. Paul. Going to square off in a city conference matchup between the Cougars from Como Park. And this is kind of a rivalry, Ray, that has developed just since the beginning, since Arlington came here, because we're not far from Como Park here on the north end. And there's kind of a competition, you know, between the kids in the neighborhood as well as on the basketball court with the jerseys on.
Yeah, well, I kind of live between both of these schools, and some of these kids have probably walked past my house at some point, so I'm going to kind of be neutral tonight and just hope to see a good game.
Well, we certainly do. And Rick Faust is getting ready to introduce our starting lineups tonight. Again, we'd like to welcome you here on behalf of St. Paul Neighborhood Network High School Sports Programming.
Como Park Cougars, number 3, a 5'10" senior, Steve. At the other guard for Arlington, he's a 6-foot senior, number 14, Charles McDonald. At center for Como Park, number 33, a 6'2" junior, Elijah Combe. At center for Arlington, number 30, a 6'2" junior, Adam Ruccino. At forward for Como Park, number 15, a 6'3" junior, Jason Profra. At one forward for Arlington, number 12, a 6'3" senior, Danny Roberts. At the other forward for the Como Park Cougars, number 13, a 6'4" junior, Joe Love. And finally, the first 1,000 point scorer in Arlington history, he's a 5'9" senior, number 20, Terrence P. Dobson. The Como Park Cougars are coached by Tom Kent, assisted by Rick Dodger, and coach for Arlington, Chris Oley, assisted by Tim Lang and Chris Anderson. Your officials this evening, Tim Rosca and Steve Rosca.
Looks like we got the Roscas on the basketball floor doing a little officiating. You know the Roscas at all, Ray?
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't, no.
Okay. Well, Roscas they're all Cretan guys. Spend a lot of time over there and elsewhere as we get ready for our national anthem. Okay, Ray, let's play some basketball. The starters for Arlington: Edwards, Roberts, McDonald, Dobson, and Regino. And for the Cougars, Mann, Love, Combe, Profik, and Heiberger. Our officials for tonight's game: the Rosgas, Steve and his dad. And we're just about ready for tip-off.
This is my first time seeing Terrence play, so I'm really curious to see really his playmaking abilities on the floor. I know he's got a lot of athletic talent, but I want to see how he runs the offense and see how he gets the other teammates involved, because that's one of the keys to being a good point guard. And We know he can score, but if teams shut him down, what else can he do? So it'll be nice to see what he do with his options tonight.
Well, and he can get up and down the floor, and he can score, and you will be pleasantly surprised because he's got a pretty mean dish as well. Roberts to tip it off with Love. Into Dobson, right up to the left side to Edwards. McDonald inside to Regino, kicks it out to Dobson. On the left side, Edwards. Swing to Dobson, down inside to Regino again, takes it up strong, no good. Regino gets his own rebound, puts it back in. Good hard work by Regino inside. Profit to Combe. Oh, out off the leg of Love.
We'd like to welcome the Arlington Phoenix mascot.
Turnover to Arlington. Edwards to inbound. Up the left side. Dobson inside to Roberts, kicks it back out, swing to McDonald for three, off the rim, no good. Must have stepped on the line on the rebound for
Como's going to have to show they can handle this press, because if they don't, it's going to be a quick game, and they need to be a little more aggressive in attacking that. They're not doing it right now, but I think they're going to have to change that pretty much.
They have to attack the press.
Yes, much better than that.
Bang with the ball in the corner. Oh, and it goes off of Love again. That's Love's second turnover in 2 trips.
Now, that's what you call an unforced turnover there. You can't have a lot of those because your confidence is already sort of shaky right now. It'll get worse as the game goes on. That's 2 trips down and 2 unforced errors.
Yeah, you got to get a shot when you get down there. Edwards to Dobson on the left side. He goes inside to Regino again. Regino penetrates in the lane, throws it up. Off the rim, no good. Rebound. Must have been off of Roberts. Possession to the Cougars. 6:49 left in the first quarter. Arlington leads 2-0. Inbounds to Combe. He dishes it to Vang. Vang brings it up the right side. Swings it on the left side to Mann. Mann looking inside to Combe. There's an interesting matchup down there with Combe and Regino. Looks like Elijah's a little bigger, stronger guy. Como might look to go inside to him. Profak with the ball. Oh, he bounced it off, and another Como turnover. McDonald, coast to coast. Oh, rebound by Regino with the tip in. Nice tip in by Regino.
It's already obvious that Arlington's trying to set a little tempo early, and Como's got to do some stuff like that, attack that press and make them pay for it, get back on defense.
Reed Mann responds with a 2. Cut the Arlington lead in half. Dobson tries to go inside to Roberts. It's knocked away. Combe with the ball. He tries to dribble past Regino, but he can't do it. Regino inside. Oh, and there's a foul. Foul on Combe, his first, team's first.
You know, I blame that on the little point guard, number 3, Vang. He's got to come back and get that ball from his big man. He shouldn't be trying to dribble it like that in open floor.
Yeah, he puts the big guy in a tough spot.
He had nobody to pass the ball to.
Arlington inbounds. Roberts on the top, swings it to McDonald. Dobson in the corner, all the way out on top again. Set the offense up again. Dobson in the corner. He looks down low. Oh, and they got Dobson for walking. Looks like he took a couple of steps. Profrock inbounds to Vang. Vang dribbles 2 defenders. Oh, stolen by Roberts. Long pass to... Oh! On the steal! That's what we paid for. That's worth the price of admission right there, Ray.
Nice pass by Edwards to set Dobson up for that. Nice pass.
Love skied in the middle, tried a shot and miss, gets a loose ball scramble. Dobson comes up with it. Oh, it's almost stolen away. Oh, look at that. Dobson to Regino, back to Dobson. Beautiful transition.
Nice show of teamwork there to hit him coming down in the middle, make it easy play for him.
Arlington leads 8-2. Man on the right side, inside to Combe. Combe drives inside, strong for the bucket. Nice move. Dobson on the top, swings it to the right side to, oh, McDonald for three. Short, no good, rebound, tapped up, no good. Another rebound. Oh, looked like a foul underneath, no call. Como on the break. Bang, down low to Combe. Oh, he takes it in and gets it blocked by Regino. Arlington quickly transitions the ball. Edwards, 2-on-0. Oh, and he took it in and drew the foul. Lamar Edwards took it in 1-on-2. Maybe not advised, but he drew the foul.
Nothing wrong with that kind of play. You want to be aggressive, and when you got a one-on-one situation on a break, you want to get to the free throw line at least to get a hard shot up. And if you're going to get fouled, you know, get your 2 points from the line, but don't just take it easy shot attempt at that. You got to go strong to the basket. He did a good job of that.
Edwards at the line to shoot 2. First one's off the rim, no good. Lamar Edwards is captain of the basketball team. He's also captain of the football team. All-conference selection in football.
At what position does he play?
He played wide receiver and safety.
Okay.
So Edwards converts 1 out of 2 free throws. The Phoenix lead 9-4 with 3:48 left in the first quarter. Man with a shot, no good. Tapped up by Love, no good. Rebound by Regino. Outlet to Edwards on the left side. He's coming down, alley-oop to Dobson again for a bucket. Holy cow. Edwards and Dobson are putting on a show early, and with 3:33 left, the Phoenix lead 11-4.
You know, you get that kind of action when teammates are playing together for a little while. You get a little eye contact and some body language, and those kind of plays will be there if you know your teammate and know what he can do in that situation.
Well, it certainly was there. I don't know if we can get a replay of that last one, but that was an excellent pass and a great break by Dobson for the bucket.
I think some of these guys may have saw the NBA slam dunk contest on Saturday, and you saw a lot of lobbing. You know, a lot of lobbing going on in the dunk situations nowadays, and you don't see it so much one guy slamming by himself now. It's like a two-man operation quite a bit now.
Makes it a little more complicated.
A little more exciting to watch too,
That's
though.
right. Arlington stays with its pressure. Full court, Vang brings it up. To the right side to Love. Love to Man. Man has it stripped. Edwards and the Phoenix are on the run again. Oh, but it goes off his leg. A turnover. We're in transition again. A no-look pass to Man. Dobson with a block. Man goes up strong again for the bucket. Arlington quickly back into down the floor, and McDonald takes to the hole, and he's fouled by Love.
Well, it is obvious already that Coach Ollie wants his team to run, and he might see an advantage with his speed, and he may also have a deeper team. If you have a lot of people on your bench that can have the same quickness, you can run almost the whole game, and he'll start substituting. I guess he substitutes quite freely at some points, but when he's running a pace like this, you must have a deep bench, and he seems to have one.
Well, he does, and he generally goes with, 7, 8 guys, sometimes 9, depending on the day. Number 21, Mike Heiberger, checks into the game. Elijah Combe takes a break. McDonald converts the second free throw. And here comes Heiberger right into the game. Oh, and he threw it right to McDonald. And then there's another turnover. Loose ball, good hustle by Dobson. Loose ball. And it looks like possession is to Como Park. Good hustle by Dobson. Way to get on the floor.
Well, he's showing me already in just these few minutes that he's definitely maybe one of the quickest players on this court and maybe in the city, but he's got a lot of heart, too. He's not afraid to use his body to get stuff done.
Oh, and we picked up a loose ball foul away from the play. Profrock, actually, he's a little illegal screen there. I think he was moving his feet. Tried to pick off Edwards. So another Como Park turnover. Gives the ball to Dobson in the corner. He looks inside to Roberts. Nice dish by Dobson into Roberts for a bucket. Bang with the ball for Como. Guarded closely by Edwards. Into the corner to Love, back to Vang. Vang drives the lane, puts it up and in. Dobson on the left side. On the top to Edwards. Edwards resets the offense, swings it to McDonald. A skip pass Down low inside to Regino, swings it again. Edwards tries to go inside to McDonald, tip to Regino for the bucket. Excellent ball movement.
Yes, nice bit of patience by them, too. And it shows they got a little half-court game, too, so they may need that sometime tonight.
Man with a shot, no good. Rebound by Regino. Regino's just killing the boards, and quickly Arlington comes back down. Edwards from 15, and that's good. And the Phoenix lead goes to 18-8. Heiberger.
This is not a good pace for Como. They don't seem to be able to handle them on either end of the floor right now.
Love into man for the bucket, and the lead's cut to 8 with 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Edwards, McDonald, in the corner to Dobson. Dobson looking down low to Roberts. Skip pass to Edwards. At the elbow. Ooh, nice pass down low. Too tough for Regino to handle. Edwards from outside, no good. Oh, and Arlington is just killing him on the glass. In the corner to Dobson. McDonald looking down low to Regino. Post guys aren't moving much for the Phoenix. Standing around a little bit. At the elbow. McDonald for 3. Good! 21-10 Phoenix. Up the left side to Man. Man tries to dribble through 2 defenders. It's a 3-on-1. McDonald, bucket. Looks like it's getting ugly in a hurry.
Too much quickness for Como. And it's
another steal. Regino, no good. Tap up by Roberts. Another tap up by Roberts for a bucket.
I think Coach Bance needs a timeout, but I don't know if he's going to call one, but he may want to use it.
Love takes it to the glass strong for a bucket. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Oh, and an errant pass by Dobson.
You gotta go get that.
Uh-oh, Edwards doesn't go get it. Could cost him a bucket, and it does. That was
Major
a mental
mistake
error.
there. Major.
That was a mental error on part of Edwards. Got to hustle after that ball. So at the end of the first quarter, the Arlington Phoenix stormed to a 25-14 lead, and I think, Ray, Terrence was every bit what we expected him to be.
He's looked like he's trying to play a total game right now. We haven't seen him go to the basket real strong yet, so maybe he's trying to polish up some other things in his game, and he'll probably let the game come to him a little later on and take a few shots. But I like what he's doing right now. He's giving the ball up. He's letting his teammates know that if they're open, they're going to get it. So right now, I don't know how Como's going to defend this team, because I know they want to try to limit Terrence as much as possible, but when he's involved in everybody else like he's doing, that makes him so much more harder to defend.
So what do you do if you're Como Park? I mean, obviously Arlington has control of the tempo of the game, and if the game continues at this tempo, it's to the advantage of Arlington. What do you do if you're Como Park to try to slow things down?
I would maybe start walking the ball up the floor a little bit, and when you get a rebound, and once you get across the half-court line, run your half-court offense a little bit. Try to slow the pace down at some point, because you're not going to be able to run with this team. You got to be able to make Arlington think about what they're doing a little bit. Try to lose their concentration. When you slow things down, sometimes that happens.
Start the second half. McDonald draws a foul. Fouls Heiberger. That's McDonald's first and the team's first. Profrock to inbound. Heiberger on the top, working against Dobson. Osmond in the game. All the way down to Dobson. Tristan Stewart in the game. Almost another dunk. Wholesale changes for Christopher Oley. Dobson hits a 3. Brandon Johnson, Tristan Stewart. Oh, and another unforced error for Como Park. Como really seems to be out of sync right now.
I'm not sure what Bance was doing his substitution, but I'm not sure who his point guard is at the moment. He's got nobody to defend either Edwards or Dobson at this point.
And Dobson hit another 3 to run the Phoenix lead to 31-14 with 7:16 left in the first half. Holy cow. He's hitting it from everywhere on the floor.
Well, if you're open like that, you got to take that shot. That's a shot that anybody would take. And right now, their defense is so off balance, they're not sure how to play them at the moment. They can't even get into a zone to knock off the outside shot. So everything is going right for Arlington right now, and this is the perfect scenario for Coach Ola to be in. He's got his opponent totally off balance and confused.
Well, and that's the thing, too. I guess Coach Bance decided to call a timeout, which was probably a good move. You got to kind of stop the run, stop the bleeding a little bit. But 7:16 left. It's 31-14 Arlington. Now, Arlington's going with a little different look on the floor, Ray. Brandon Johnson, another guy who can get up and dunk the ball. Real quick guy. I'm guessing he's going to play a little with a point. Now they got Tristan Stewart, a bigger guy in there. Osmond in with the ball for Como Park. He dribbles through 3 defenders. On the right side to Love. Love takes it strong to the glass. Oh, and there's a foul called on Tristan. I don't know about that call, Coach.
Well, Ole might have gone to his bench, but the same thing is happening out there. The defensive pressure is all over the floor. There's quickness everywhere. You can't even tell the difference that he went to his bench. They're playing the same way. That's a sign of how deep of a bench he may have, and I thought that might be a factor tonight.
Absolutely. Love's at the line shooting 2. First one goes off the rim, no good.
Violation number 12, blue.
Oh, and we have a lane violation on Danny Roberts. Must have been standing on the block. So Love will shoot the first one again. And you know what that means, Ray? It's probably going to go in. Imagine that.
And maybe a few extra laps in practice tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Ole's pretty. He pays close attention to details. That's a detail.
And that's a mental thing too.
So Love converts 2, and the Phoenix come right down the floor. Johnson on the right wing. Swings to Dobson, looks inside to Roberts. Kicks it back out to Johnson for 3. Good. And the Phoenix are hot. Love inside for a bucket, and a nice dish from Heiberger. Again now, it looks like Como's getting into Arlington's game. Roberts in the corner. Skip pass to Johnson. Johnson from 3 again. No good. Rebound. Oh, off of, on the line, controlled by Arlington.
But one thing I like that Como is doing, when they have a chance to get a fast break basket, they're getting it and they're making it, but they've got to get the defensive rebound, because if they keep giving up offensive boards, they'll never get back in this game. But I see some opening in Arlington's defense. If they can run their break, they got a chance to make some easy baskets, but they got to get strong on the rebounding here on defense.
Dobson takes a break with 6:31 left in the first half. Arlington in control, 34-18. Edwards skip pass inside to Stewart. Stewart kicks it out to McDonald. Edwards on the left side. Looks like Arlington's content to look for that good shot. Oh, Johnson tried to get it inside to Stewart, and it was knocked away, picked off. Heiberger, nowhere to go with it, looks inside to Osmond. Osmond surrounded by blue jerseys, throws up a prayer, no good. Out of bounds to Arlington. Elijah Combe checks into the game. And in for the Phoenix for the first time, Anthony Harris. Harris, 6'3" senior. First action tonight. Johnson in the corner. Playing catch with Edwards. Edwards swings to McDonald, looks inside to Harris. Harris goes strong to the goal. In and out, no good. Rebound by Mann.
Good box out. That might be the first good box out they've done tonight.
And they got to do that because Arlington's been killing them on the boards. Heiberger, oh, has it stolen by Edwards. Looks to Stewart, got caught underneath the rim. Nice play, pass to McDonald, no good. And Mann controls the rebound for the Cougars. Heiberger brings it down. Oh, he looks like he's going to take it coast to coast. Another turnover, Combe. Oh, stolen by Johnson. This could be, oh, Johnson brings down the house. Steal by Johnson and a dunk.
Now, he cannot be no more than 5'10", right? 5'9".
He's lucky if he's 5'9". He's another kid that's just an incredible athlete. He was a starting quarterback on the football team. He kind of reminds people, and I say this with tongue-in-cheek, of Michael Vick from Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Just that style of an athlete, and great kid, good student, and he obviously has some ups. Como Park with a shot in and out, kind of been one of those days for him. Pelican was the shooter on that last shot. Edwards on the left side, almost stripped, kicks it to Johnson for three. Short, no good, rebound by Harris. Harris takes it inside, blocked by Love. Stephen Pastor in the game for the Cougars, running the point. Love takes a baseline, and he's bumped by Johnson. Fouls on the floor, no shot. Como Park underneath.
The one thing I see Como is missing, they don't have a real confident ball handler out there right now. And I think if they had somebody like that, they can handle some of this pressure.
Well, definitely a ball handler takes a little pressure off your offense, because it allows you to do some things and create some things.
And you create some things and get some easy baskets. They don't have anybody like that. At least I haven't seen right now.
Yeah, it seems like their point guards are playing with the back to the basket. Nice move inside by Love. Nice drop step. Arlington comes right back down the floor. Swinging the ball. Dobson's back in the game. Stewart takes it strong to the goal for a bucket. And the Phoenix lead 38-20 with three and a half minutes left in the first half. Stolen by Edwards on a tip away to Dobson. Oh, and he gets it thrown back in his face, but he grabs the rebound. Takes it strong inside to Johnson in the lane. Johnson's no good. Rebound by Dobson, elevates. No good. Rebound by Stewart, and a bucket. 3 offensive rebounds on that trip down the floor. And a steal by Dobson. Oh, he tries to give it to Johnson, and it looks like possession is still maintained by the Phoenix.
Right now, it looks like Como is playing in slow motion, but that's a sign of Arlington's quickness. These guys are just super quick. Their hands and feet are everywhere, and right now, Como's starting to get a little careless, too.
Edwards from 3, but he walked. Yep. He took a step early. And that's not really his game. He's one heck of a defender. I would guess Coach Ole would call him his best defender, at least against a point guard. But shooting's not his deal. Love tries to go down low to man, picked up by Pelican with the bucket, cuts the Phoenix lead to 18. In the corner to Dobson. Dobson back inside to Johnson with a fadeaway, and it's good. Brandon Johnson. Pelican picks up his dribble, gives it to Pastor. Pastor to Man. Man from the elbow. Oh, he almost gets the roll. Another Phoenix rebound. Oh, and we got a reach-in foul on Pelican.
Well, you can kind of see Como's play is starting to drag their heads a little bit. They know that they're in a major battle tonight, but they got to keep their heads up. There's a lot of basketball left to play. But right now, the pace is definitely in Arlington's favor. This is a too-quick game for Como.
Johnson on the right wing looks inside to Stewart with a turnaround jumper from 10, and it's good. And the lead runs to 22. And the Phoenix show no sign of letting up. They're still coming with the full court pressure. Down low to Man. Nice move inside with a pump fake, and he gets the bucket. Johnson, bounce pass to Edwards. Oh, Edwards tried to go back to Johnson, but he was vacating that area. Pastor with the ball. Man on the left wing. Pelican for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound by Man. He takes it in strong, and 1. I didn't catch who the foul was on. Did you catch that, Ray?
I'm sorry, I got screened on there. I couldn't see it.
I think it was Harris. Yes, it was. His first foul, team's 4th foul. Not a lot of whistles blowing. The Rods just kind of keep the whistles in their pocket so far this half.
Well, you know what? When you don't have a half-court game, I mean, these teams are running up and down a little bit. When you have two teams setting up the plays a lot more, you see more whistles. It's a lot of open court play tonight so far.
Mann converts the three-point play. And the Phoenix with a minute and a half left. Dobson for three. Off the back of the rim, no good, but he hustles and gets his own rebound. Dishes to Edwards, thinks about it, shoots it, no good. Again, Dobson takes the rebound and takes it himself and puts it in. What a play by Terrence Dobson. 2 offensive rebounds and a bucket. Inside to Love. Love with a bucket and a foul on Harris. And Harris picks up 2 quick ones. What can you say about that last play by Dobson? 2 offensive rebounds and a bucket and 1 trip down the floor.
Well, it's one thing you cannot say about him. He's not a lazy player. He definitely is going full speed all the time. He hustles, and coaches like to see that.
Love fails to convert. Oh, and then we get just as I say, no whistles. Now we're getting 3 fouls in the last 30 seconds. Poptelican picks up his second, and the Phoenix will be in the bonus on Como's next foul. Oh, I think they got Harris on a travel.
Yeah, picked his feet up before he got rid of that one.
Yeah. So with 1 minute left in the first half, the Arlington Phoenix lead 46-29. Love goes baseline again. Nice play by Johnson. Elijah Combe for 3, and he hits it. The big guy hits a 3. Phoenix come right back down the floor. Oh, and we got a little leaning foul by Combe. He probably shouldn't have picked that one up on Edwards way out there. Edwards go to the line. He's got 1 in the bonus.
All right, guys, straight in now. We got a 1-on-1.
I would love to see Arlington play against a team that has some height a little bit on the inside. I think they could give a taller team some problems because of their quickness. Even if you got a lot of height, if you can move the ball around and play pressure defense like they're playing, sometimes size don't matter against a team like this, but they get all the parts you need for breaking teams down. They got quickness everywhere.
Well, and if you can dictate the tempo,
yes,
you can take size right out of the game. So Edwards converts the bonus. And with less than a minute to play in the first half, Love with the ball. Oh, and it's stolen away by Dobson. Oh, but Love got it back. Combe, is he going to try another 3? No. Mann for 3. And it's good. Oh, we're going full court. Dobson. Oh, what a play by Dobson. Holy cow. Right down the floor. Stolen away. Knocked to Brandon. Oh, goodness sakes. Look at this. Oh, he tried the alley-oop off the glass. No good, but Edwards comes up with the loose ball again. Arlington's just beating him to all the loose balls. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He almost hit that at the buzzer. And at the end of the first half, a high-flying scoring fest. The Phoenix from Arlington lead the Como Park Cougars 50-35. Well, what's your take on the first half, Ray?
The first thing that comes out of my mouth is speed. I mean, you can do a lot when you have quickness on your basketball team. You can press people. You don't even have to play a zone too much in half court because you got quickness on your hands and you can move around and cut off passing lanes. And they also get into the offensive boards. We don't have our stats with us, but I would imagine they had about at least 15 offensive rebounds in the first half, and that's another sign of quickness. When you can dominate in those areas of the game, then you're pretty much demoralizing your opponent because they feel like they can't do anything at either end of the floor. And the quickest way to beat down a team is get the offensive rebound. They've got their share so far tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And like you stated earlier, the fact that Arlington was able to dictate the tempo of the game, they got up and down the floor. I mean, they didn't waste any time. Even after Como Park hit a bucket, I mean, boom, they were gone, and they were forcing the tempo, which is on the basis of the players that they have, the style that they probably have to play.
Well, yeah, if they I don't know how far they would go in the state tournament situation, but they're going to see some taller teams, and they may have to adjust their style of play. But they may have to play like this the rest of the season, because if you don't have a post-up guy to throw the ball to down low for this team, because everybody's about 6 feet or under, you may have to run your way to a state championship with this kind of team, and I wouldn't change it.
No, absolutely. And I think Coach Ole is pretty dedicated to his style of basketball, and I think that's what he tries to sell and tries to sell to the community, that, this is the style of basketball that Arlington's going to play, and we're going to play, running up and down the floor, and those are the type of kids that they want. Not that I don't think that he would probably kick a 6'8" guy out the door, but I think that the style kind of dictates that, we're going to run and gun, and kids like that style of basketball.
Well, the one thing you have to watch about is maintain your discipline, though. You kind of get out of your rhythm by running too much. You can lose some focus, and what I saw here tonight, though, I saw some controlled fast break play a little bit. I saw guys making bounce passes when they had to, looking for the open man. You saw one little flash of fanciness down here. The guy tried to throw it off the backboard for a dunk. But sometimes you can do that when you got a big lead. But I also saw them able to maintain some control with their running style, and I think they can do it when they really need to. The key for them is, if they get into a tougher game toward the tournament time, can they still operate this way under pressure when the game really means something? They'll probably win this game easy, but they got to be able to do this, when it really matters, and that's the key test for them.
Well, and and they've had some games where there have been some pretty serious tests. I remember when they had Central High School here, and they were down pretty, much of the game. They took the lead, and then Central came back and forced it into overtime. And then they kind of ran out of gas, and I think that's kind of what you're alluding to, that, when it's on the line, they got to be able to execute their offense and be able to run their half court and be able to stop someone on, one trip down the floor. We need to stop. They got to be able to get it.
And for Coach Ole, this is like, I would say, preparation for the state tournament or the playoffs. I mean, he's using this game to get ready for that. Not to take anything away from Como, but it's very obvious that this is sort of a mismatch in talent. And when you have a game like this, you want to make sure you get things finely tuned for the postseason and playoffs, because that's where you really kind of make your mark.
So if you're Coach Ole, how do you come out in the second half? What do you think his approach is going to be?
I wouldn't change a thing. I would keep on pressing, keep the tempo fast-paced, because they've already worn down Como to this point. They're not even in foul trouble, which is a nice bonus to have. Sometimes when you play that way, you pick up a lot of fouls, and they haven't done that. I don't think anybody on the team has gotten more than 3 fouls. So, and with his bench the way it is, he can go to his bench if he needs to, so keep doing it.
So it's
you might need that press. I mean, he may need that press later on in the season. Work on it, practice it, get it better, polish it up a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, and as far as Como Park goes, they're in a rebuilding phase. I know that this is Coach Bance's first year taking over the program. They were 0-20 last year. This year they've won some games and have improved, but I think, you alluded to early on, and it's obviously for people who are astute in the game of basketball, they need a point guard. I mean, they need someone to run their offense.
And you can't go out and hire one or sign one off the street or anything like that. But
the days of free agency in high school are not here yet, right?
I would say, if he had a chance to do this, whenever he gets that defensive rebound, walk the ball up the floor. Slow the game down as much as you can. Once you get it across the half-court line, spread your offense out and try to run some clock a little bit, and just try to get your half-court offense to help you get back in the game, because the more you're trying to push, that runs right into these guys' hands. They want you to play up-tempo because they're making a steal every time you pass the ball. But if you spread them out a little bit, you limit the chance of getting trapped on the side, on the baseline, or on the end line. Kind of do a little Dean Smith and run a little 4 corners for a little bit and just try to slow this game down, because they cannot run with these guys. It's almost futile to try to do that.
Well, and then Como has shown flashes. Love has taken the ball to the rack from the baseline a couple times and scored. Reed, man, he's averaging 19 points a game. He can fill it up a little bit. So I think, if they're able to do that, you look at it, they're down 15. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but you also look at the fact that Arlington has 50. At that pace, they're going to have 100. So,
you made a good point. They have been able to cash in on some fast break opportunities, but that's only after they got the rebound on this end. They've got to do a much better job of boxing off on their board. These guys are not bigger than them. Como has a couple of nice-sized players out there, but they're not quick. They don't jump as well. They're not as agile. And when you're in that situation, you got to block out. You got to be very physical under the basket to hold that space if you cannot jump somebody. So they got to get much better on the defensive boards right away. Otherwise, they have no chance of winning this game.
Okay, Ray. Well, we are live from Arlington High School. This is the St. Paul Neighborhood Network featuring boys high school basketball, Como and Arlington. Just to give you a little information, this game will be replayed. The telecast will take place on Wednesday, February 16th at 7:30. Also again on Saturday, February 19th at 7:30 p.m. And again on Sunday, February 20th at 7:30. If you'd like to order a VHS copy of this game, send $25 along with this form, a form that I have in my hand that I'm reading that you don't have. But send $25 to SPNN, 214 East 4th Street, St. Paul, Minnesota, 55101, or call 651-298-8906 to get yourself a copy of this game. And I tell you, there's some highlights on this game, Ray. It would be worth owning a copy of it.
Well, I got a real good idea of Terrence Dobson's athletic ability, and he's got everything you can need in a basketball player. He's just lacking the size. I think the difference for him on the next level in college is going to be, can he get his shot off against bigger and better players? I think he's quick enough and agile enough to handle the ball and maybe do some things on the perimeter. But once he goes inside, that shot might not be there for him. So he's got to be able to be a little more versatile with his offense. I think everything else is pretty much understood. This kid's got a lot of great talent, but he's got to be able to be a little more versatile with his offense. And that's, to me, the only thing I think he needs to work on. But he sure is an exciting player to watch.
Okay, Ray, well, at this time, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Mic check. You're listening to SPNN, the station that helped elect me governor, if you can believe that.
Would you invest in a company that doubled in size over the last 10 years? If it were growing so fast it opened 4 locations a week? Do you invest in a company if 3 million people used its services and hundreds more signed up every day? Now, would you invest in that company if it wasn't a company? Support the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, the positive place for kids.
My mom was drinking while she was pregnant.
I don't know what it's like to be a normal kid.
There's a lot of kids like me.
Your brain doesn't work very right. It thinks differently than other people's.
Gives you brain damage.
And nothing goes right.
When I get upset, I hit
I
people.
didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't have to be born this way.
Please don't drink while you're pregnant.
Hi, I'm Kelly Hilliard for Now Showing. You're watching community television for St. Paul, SPNN's Channel 35. For more information about SPNN's...
52-35 Arlington. Vang brings the ball up the floor. He looks inside. Oh, and we got a kick. Reset to 24. Oh, we don't have a 24-second clock. Como to inbound. Love in the corner. Vang on the right side. He dribbles it off of Edwards' foot. And Johnson returns to the game for, Arlington's got 6 guys. Can't play with 6. Looks like Edwards is going to take a seat. Como to inbound to the left of their basket. Elijah Combe for 3, hit one in the first half. No good. Rebound McDonald out of bounds to the Cougars. 7:20 left in the third quarter.
Now, is he part of the Kwame McDonald family? Is he related to that? Okay.
No, actually, Charles came over from to Arlington from Tartan High School as a junior.
Okay, I just want to be sure.
Oh, lead pass by Dobson to McDonald for the bucket.
He's a good-looking athlete.
Yeah, Charles is an excellent athlete. He shoots well. He's an excellent passer.
And not a bad defender either. He's all over these guys, especially the front line guys.
And he too was an excellent football player this fall, and looks to maybe play both sports in college. He's also an excellent student and just a wonderful human being. Man with the rebound off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound by Combe, strong inside for the bucket for the Cougars. Johnson, McDonald. Roberts takes the ball inside. Nice move with the left hand for a bucket. Nice move by Roberts. Bang with the ball, stolen by Dobson for a dunk. Holy cow. Just quickness. I mean, just speed kills. Como Park to inbounds. Poptelican guarded by Edwards. Man on the left for three. Man hits it. He's their guy. He's got to score for the Cougars to get back in this game.
He also has to help them rebound too, and that may wear him down a little bit before the night is over.
Edwards to Regino to McDonald in the corner. McDonald looking inside to Roberts. He finds him. Guarded by Love. Drop step, no good. Regino for three. Off the back of the rim. Rebound by Dobson. McDonald takes it into the lane. Off the glass and in for two. And just like that, a 15-point lead grows to 20. Rebound by Roberts off the miss. Long outlet pass to McDonald. McDonald behind the back to Dobson. Has trouble controlling it. Otherwise, we might have had another Thunder dunk. Combe bringing the ball up the floor.
See there, he's got no help again from the point guard. That's another major no-no. He should not be dribbling the ball that long, so he's already mad about it now.
And he's tired. Another steal by Phoenix, but Reed, man, gets it right back. Oh, and he's fouled from three. So man will go to the line for 3 free throws. Yeah, you got to kind of wonder what's going on with the Como Park offense. You got the big guy, Elijah, bringing the ball down the floor.
You know what? I don't mean to really come down these guys too much. I know this is high school, but these guys might be scared to get the ball. I saw the point guard down by the baseline, and sometimes the pressure will psychologically take you out of the game. You may not want to dribble the ball that much against a team like this.
Well, you know, and it's like anything in sports. When you're against an opposition that's obviously considerably better, it makes things a little more difficult. Ben Willis enters the game for the first time. Ben's a senior, been in the program for 4 years. A rebound by Love off the miss by Mann. Willis comes right in. Oh, he misses. Rebound by Regino with a tip in. Oh, Willis is probably a little mad at himself there. Comes right in the game, gets a shot at a layup. Man takes the ball in against McDonald. A little floater in the lane, and he gets the roll. He's got a nice
He's their best player. It's pretty obvious he's the only guy who's going to be able to get something done for them.
Regino on the left wing. Finds Edwards in the circle. He looks inside. Nice pass to McDonald for the bucket and the foul. Nice pass by Edwards. Bucket's good. I believe the foul was on Poptelican. Check that, it's on Love. That's his second. Wholesale changes made by the Cougars. We got Zigo into the game. And we got, who else? Wilberg. Osmond's back into the game. He played in the first half. Free throw's no good. Wilberg with the rebound. turnover and back call. Brandon Johnson comes into the game. Charles McDonald takes a break. So we got Poptelican, Heiberg, Bausch, Osman, and Ziegel in the game for
another offensive rebound, almost converted a basket.
Boy, Regino's really getting up, and a steal by Roberts. He's going to take it all by himself. Oh, nice save by, you know, I've always wondered about that. Guy makes a nice save on the baseline, and every time the official sees that it hit the line. Does it really hit the line every time? I just can't believe that it hits the line every time.
You gotta make a great play to make that official call it the other way, and he almost made it. He almost came up with that.
Heiberg picks up his dribble.
You know, you see a lot of guys jumping up in there and calling timeout now with that rule, and sometimes they get away with that.
Oh, and we got a reach, almost a nice pick by Roberts against Bausch, but he gets called for the reach. That's his second personal, second team foul. 3:22 left in the third quarter. The north end matchup between Arlington and Como Park. Arlington in command, 66-45. Osman to inbound in the corner, no good. Poptelican for three is no good. Rebound by Willis. He tries an outlet. Right back to Poptelican for three, again no good. Rebound by Roberts. He goes back up the middle of the floor. Edwards somehow comes up with it. A dangerous pass up the middle of the floor. Willis for three, no good. Rebound by Regino. Has just been all over the boards to start of the second half.
You know, he kind of set the tone for this game earlier. He got a couple of inside rebounds and a couple of quick inside moves, and you know, he showed that if there's going to be a loose ball around the basket, he's going to get it. And I noticed he kind of got this team started right away, and he's still doing it. And, you know, he's not getting the attention the guards are, but down low, he's been getting the job done. He's been a perfect role player tonight.
Yeah, and he works really hard on the boards. He could certainly stand to gain a few pounds. But
you know what? He's pretty agile too. He's quick.
Yes, he is.
You know, he might be a little slim, but yet he's in the right place. He's got a good nose for the ball, and you really can't fault him for his size, because he's using his quickness as much as he can to get stuff done.
Well, and he's only a junior, so he's still got another year yet to bulk up and get in the weight room, which I know Coach Ole advocates strongly for.
I assume if you had him, he would be in the weight room tomorrow, right?
You know it. And Osman hits the deuce. Well, he keeps telling me he's going to play football, but I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, Regino! Nice pass by Johnson, and they can't convert. Heiberg brings the ball down the floor, tries to dribble through the whole Arlington defense, and somehow does it. Bausch misses a short 4-footer. 32, Everett Wilburn in the game for the Phoenix. Wilburn swings it to Johnson. Johnson takes it inside, kicks it out to Roberts for three. No good. Bausch brings it down, stolen by Willis. Long lead pass for Regino. Regino tries for the dunk, but doesn't get it. He got stuffed by the rim, and he's going to hear about that tomorrow.
There's a case where I think he took off much too soon.
Yeah, he took off too early.
He should have took another step. He probably would have made it easy.
Yeah, got a little excited.
There's a fundamental problem that the Como players have, I've noticed. They're dribbling the ball too much. Instead of trying to make a pass to advance the ball, they're trying to dribble it up the court. You know, they could probably have a few more points if they pass the ball a little quicker, but they're trying to dribble too much. And the more you dribble the ball, any team's going to have a chance to pick you off, and they've been getting picked off all night tonight.
Yeah, turnovers have really hurt the Cougars, and they really haven't been able to establish much of a half-court offense either.
Some of that might be coming from coaching, too. If your coach tells you to, you know, kind of move that ball in the air a little more, you can break a defense down with passes more than dribbling sometimes.
Roberts on the top. Wilburn pulls up off the three-point line. Short with the shot. All the way down to Bausch. Bausch, a lefty from the corner for two. Long pass to Johnson. He's fouled by Osman, but there's no call. Oh, now they're going to call out of bounds to Arlington. It's interesting that there was no call. I apologize. Zigo was the guy that scored last. Roberts gets a fall and a reach. They went down low to Bausch. I think that's his third personal. At this point, not much of a concern for foul trouble. They try to take it inside off of Everett Wilburn's leg, and the Cougars maintain control.
That's another sign of quickness, too. When you can be this active on defense and not be in foul trouble, that means you're getting your hands on the ball to make steals. And if you're making clean steals, you don't get the foul.
And another unforced error. Heiberger couldn't control the pass, and the Phoenix take control. Under a minute and a half left in the third quarter. The Phoenix lead 67-49. Johnson on the top, running the Phoenix offense. Willis down low to Roberts. Roberts inside, kicks it back out to Willis. Willis swings it all the way around to Johnson for three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound. Now here we go, Osman. Oh, now that was a nice transition by Como Park.
Very nice, I was about to say that. Very nice, they moved the ball hit the floor one time. And you see how quickly they advanced it by just passing it. And when you catch it, pass it ahead to your next man up front. The dribbling has gotten them in trouble more than anything tonight, trying to go through that defense. You cannot dribble between these guys. These guys are too quick for that.
So Osman goes to the line for two. And the first one, a bit of a brick. Love comes back in.
One here.
Osman's second free throw's off the iron, no good. So he fails to convert on the free throws. Johnson quickly goes down the floor, and he draws a foul at the other end against Osman. Man, Johnson just gets down the floor in a hurry. Foul is on. Who'd they get that one on?
I assume he's the backup point guard behind Edwards.
Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the sixth man. He comes off.
Okay.
He plays one or two.
He's a very nice complement to that system. Extremely nice.
Well, and he's definitely got some offensive skills. The last game that we had here, I think he had 30, and he was like, I don't know, 6
But
and 9
I'm more impressed
from
with
three.
his defense, though. He's really making it hard for them to run their offense. He's already almost forced a turnover there. Matter of fact, he did.
We got a tie-up with Bausch and Roberts. Possession arrow goes to Como Park. Osman to inbounds. Love inside. Nice play by Love. Ball got tipped but still went in. Johnson brings it down but backs it out. Swings it to Wilburn. Wilburn against Heiberger. Takes it to the lane. An ill-advised shot down the middle of the lane. I think he was a little bit out of control there. Heiberger tries to dribble through, and I think they got Regino on a hack. So with 16 seconds left in the third quarter, Phoenix lead it, 69-51. We're here live, SPNN high school boys basketball coverage. Coleman McDonough and Ray Richardson. Certainly been an entertaining game thus far, Ray.
Yes, it has. I've seen, I'm getting a real good look at Terrence Dobson tonight, and I was really anxious to see that. But I'm very impressed with his team, though. His team has got all the ingredients except for size to make a run in the state tournament situation.
Regino with a long outlet pass to Johnson. Oh, we might have had a little fireworks there if there's a little time left.
His own man got in the way on that one.
Yeah. So at the end of the third quarter, the Arlington Phoenix lead the Como Park Cougars 69-51. Well, Ray, it was 15 at the half, and the Phoenix kind of, stood pat in the third quarter. They didn't really do a whole lot, but they started to substitute a little bit too.
Yeah, I think Ola's trying to work on a few things. He's doing some different rotations, I can tell already. And I see Coach Bance at Como is trying to keep his guys' spirits up, but I think if he told them one thing about their ball handling, it could make a difference a little bit. It might make the game more respectable. I don't think they're going to win, but if they keep moving the ball and don't hold it and don't try to dribble through the pressure, they got a chance to break these guys down a little bit. We saw early in the third quarter how they ran a couple of nice breaks by just moving the ball without even dropping it on the floor, and it was effective for them. They got to keep trying to do that a little bit.
So to start the fourth quarter for the Phoenix, it's Johnson, McDonald, Harris, Stewart, and Dobson. For the Phoenix, it's Love, Mann, Vang, Compe, and Profrock. First shot no good, Vang with the ball. Mann takes it to the elbow. Back to Vang, Vang from about 15, no good off the back iron. Rebound by Love, nice rebound by Love and a bucket. McDonald with the ball into the front court. Crossover dribble, he's guarded by Compere. I think he can take him inside. Loose ball, Harris picks it up. Ooh, he tries to dribble, but it's knocked away by Profrock. Oh, but picked off by Brandon Johnson for a bucket. Turnover. Love takes it down from about 10 feet, no good. Profrock misses. Uh-oh, loose ball. Here comes Profrock, layup, bucket for the Cougars. Dobson, full court pass. Nice move by McDonald inside for an easy bucket. They're just making it look easy. Love for three. Off the rim, no good. Profrock with the ball. His shot short. Rebound by Johnson. 2-on-1, Johnson and McDonald. McDonald with a bucket. And the Phoenix starting to pour it on.
I would imagine about half of their baskets tonight, maybe 3/4 have been fast break buckets. And it's been like this pretty much all game. Now, see, there's a play where Terrence got to make himself a little bit. He overpassed that time. You don't need to pass in that situation.
Love takes it the length of the floor, and he lays it in for a bucket. And Coach Ole calls a 20-second timeout. 5:54 left in the fourth quarter. The Arlington Phoenix lead the Como Park Cougars 75-57.
As good a player as Terrence is, I think there's a time you could be trying too hard to be a team player, and there's sometimes when you want to show some people what you got. There was a place where he could have really taken it to the basket strong and done a little bit for himself. If he had two guys on his wing and he had guys in position for a rebound. If he misses it, he's got a chance for an OB, and then he's got a chance for a foul too if he doesn't make the shot. But he's got to kind of show a little bit more about his aggressiveness on offense. One thing we haven't really seen him explode to the basket yet. He's doing everything else well, but I'd like to see him kind of take it to the hoop a little bit.
Well, you think part of that might be just the situation in the game, the fact that Arlington is kind of blowing him out here. Doesn't want to rub it in. Over and back. Tough call against McDonald. He picked up his dribble. Can't do that.
That may be the only time tonight they've had a trap that really worked tonight. I'm surprised they haven't done that more.
I think it's been just too hard for him. They're not quick enough to put the trap on. Vang from the elbow, no good. He gets his own rebound. Strong back up and in by Vang. Nice play by Vang. Arlington pushes the ball up the floor again. Here comes McDonald inside to, oh, nice passing, and they draw the foul. Johnson to McDonald to Harris and the foul.
This is a very unselfish team. As good as they are athletically, I've seen some great passing tonight. Even the willingness to pass the ball has been there. This is a well-coached team, and I can see this team kind of upsetting somebody along the way if they get a chance to play in the playoffs and go deep. If you're not careful, if you're not fundamentally strong against this team, they can hurt you.
Yeah, they're Coach Ole and Coach Lang do one heck of a job with these guys. And, you know, they stress fundamentals and they do the same drills over and over to make sure they do the right things. And
when you combine fundamentals and quickness and athletic ability, you got a dangerous team. Even if you don't have the size, you're gonna give some teams some trouble if you play fundamental basketball. And these guys seem to have that down pat pretty good.
Without question, and they're sure not afraid to run up and down the floor. Stewart's called for 3 seconds in the lane, so they turn it over to the Cougars. Arlington comes back with the press again. Bang dribbles right through it, takes it all the way the length of the court, kind of throws one up, nothing there. Quick outlet pass to McDonald. 4-on-2, McDonald takes it to the lane and he draws a foul. So with 5:06 left in the fourth quarter, McDonald will go to the line for 2. Phoenix leads 76-59. It's kind of a situation where, Ray, the game's kind of got out of hand early and it's just kind of stayed pat. I mean, Como's kind of played with Arlington, you know, for this most of the second and part of the third. Just kind of, they got out of hand early.
Well, they jumped off in the first quarter and set the tone the way they wanted to play, and Como never could match that. And once you get up on a team like that early, it's hard to come back, especially when Arlington's going to keep playing the same way until this buzzer is over.
So McDonald makes 1 of 2, and the Cougars have the ball. Oh, and it's a pick by... Oh, darling! Did you see it coming? Dobson with the steal. He quickly gave it to Johnson. Johnson throws up the oop, and we get another dunk for Dobson. Another steal, and McDonald misses a layup. And another unforced error for Como Park. Como Park's just having a tough time tonight.
Well, it's sort of obvious, too, that they're not a fast tempo team, and they're playing this way because they have to, but I don't think they really have to every possession, but they're trying to get it back too quick, and they don't have the manpower to play that kind of up-tempo game.
Monty Betharti, check that, Alexis Betharti into the game for the Phoenix. Swing to Edwards. Stewart from 16, no good, rebound by Love. Love. Man for 3, good. He's got a smooth stroke. Stewart brings the ball down the floor. Guarded by Pastor. Shot inside, no good. Hustle by Betharti, loose ball on the floor. Who wants it? Mann comes up with it. He looks top. Nice pass and a bucket by Profrock. Edwards, ooh, looked like he was going to get hemmed in. Crossover. Harris outside. He's going to take it to the rack. He got steps. Yeah, I think Arlington's starting to get a little bit into the eye thing now.
Well, yeah, I think everybody's trying to get their stats padded a little bit at this point to look at their box score when the game is over.
Yeah, I want to get mine. You know, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to coach against it because, you know, the kids like to play and they like to score, but Mann's going off here in the fourth quarter. And another quick outlet pass to Edwards. He pulls up, decided against it. Profrock with the ball. Up the right side. Oh, no, Anthony, you can't do that.
See, the problem with this now is that the score may look a little more like it's a closer game. This game was not that close. Como's only down by 14, but they could really be down by 30 almost.
Right. Well, and Arlington took the pressure off, and Dobson's out of the game. He hasn't played much in the second half. You know, how much does that affect, Coach? You know, you get in a game like this and you don't get to play much, and so maybe your stats do have, you know, an impact. Maybe Dobson, I mean, I'm guessing he got his share, but.
Well, a kid like him, this won't have any bearing at all. I mean, if the coaches who are looking at him in college have seen him before tonight, they know what kind of player he is. So, but on the other hand, if his team is blowing out people all the time, you may want to see what he can do in a tight game. That's going to be another question mark. How will he perform when they need a basket from him? Can he be Mr. Clutch for you when you need it? I don't know. I haven't seen him play before tonight, but if they have some more tight games, a lot of college coaches really want to see him in that situation.
Well, and I have seen him in that situation, and he is Mr. Clutch. He's come through on more than one occasion. Man, from way downtown, no good. Profrock with the rebound. Turnaround jump shot, no good, but he draws a foul. Alexis Betharti picks up his first personal. 2:52 left in the fourth quarter. Arlington Phoenix lead the Como Park Cougars 79-66. Coleman McDonough with Ray Richardson, SPNN Neighborhood Network, high school boys basketball production. Bullfrock at the line for 2.
It's also good to sit a guy like Terrence down now because he doesn't need to be playing in a situation like this. And the worst thing you want is to have a kid like him get hurt trying to make an acrobatic play in a game you're going to win, and you still got the postseason coming up. It's probably better him to take a break the rest of the night anyway.
Yeah, I would trust that Dobson will probably remain on the bench for the remainder of the game. Authority takes it strong inside, but has it knocked away quickly. Edwards scoops it up. He drives.
We got a goaltender, right?
Oh, we got a technical foul?
Touched the rim.
Didn't quite catch that. What'd you got, Ray?
I think somebody touched the rim while the ball was shot.
And that's a technical?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Thought it was just goaltending. So Steve Rosger goes over and checks with Money Mike Morrissey, clock operator. Edwards to take the technical. First one is good. And the second one is off the back of the rim, no good. 80-68 Phoenix. They'll inbound the ball. Tharte, Edwards, Johnson, Harris, and Stewart. Actually, Dobson comes back in the game. Profrock, Heiberg, Love, Mann, and Pastor in the game for the Cougars. Dobson to inbound. Stewart on the top, swings it to Dobson. Johnson. Being pressured by Pastor, goes right by him down the lane. Nice feed inside, and Dobson with a bucket. That was a nice pass. Nice penetration by Johnson. Heiberg up to Edwards. I don't think Edwards could dunk. That's a layup. Although if you ask him, he'd tell you he can't.
He's the shortest guy on the team, looks like, right?
Yeah. But he'd tell you he can dunk.
Well, if he gets a chance to do a solo, I bet you he'll take a shot at it.
Oh, yeah. Profrock from 3, no good. Rebound Love goes off of him and out of bounds. Combe comes back in for the Cougars. Willis checks back in for the Phoenix. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Arlington in command, 84-68. Edwards with the ball, being guarded by Pastor. On the right side to Johnson. Johnson tries to get it inside to Stewart. I didn't think he knew what he wanted to do with the ball there. He just wasn't quite sure.
See, there's a case where I don't think a play was called at all. And sometimes you, as a coach, you may want to call a play to get your team a little more settled down. And this is garbage time, but you know, this is a good opportunity to run some systems you haven't had a chance to run a few plays and work on some stuff.
Love takes a baseline like he has all night, and it looks like Harris picks up his 4th foul. He didn't like the call. I don't think at this point it really matters a whole lot. No, that's his 4th foul. Unless he has like an incentive clause in his contract, he doesn't have to pick up too many fouls.
I can see right now that Johnson and McDonald and Dobson are the heart of this team. And it's a shame that neither one of them has a little more height than they have, but in terms of just heart and guts and ability, they've got all you can ask for, and that can take you a long way, and I can see these guys going a little bit.
Well, and the other thing is they're great young men, and they represent Arlington High School very well. Oh, I think we just had a technical foul on Anthony Harris. I'm guessing it was, what do they say, the hole under his nose got him in some trouble? That'll be a personal foul, so.
I think he was engaged with a little activity with one of the players running down court, and I think he got caught. And it might have been a retaliation where the guy might have hit him first, but you always get caught when you retaliate.
The second guy always gets caught, isn't it true?
Yeah.
First guy will say something or elbow or something, and then the guy who retaliates is always the one who gets caught.
good job by the referee to see that, because that kind of keeps things from getting out of hand on the other end. And he must have been looking right at both of them.
Man makes one of two, and Como Park retains possession. Poptelican comes back in the game to give Pastor a rest. Profrock's going to inbound. Everett Wilburn is back in the game along with Adam Regino, Tristan Stewart, Ben Willis, and Brandon Johnson. Combe looks inside. Double team. Mann for three. Good. Mann's been on fire in the second half for Como. It's a long bomb to Willis. Oh! And he got nervous and dropped the ball. That's all right, Ben. Get him next time.
That's the case like in football, if you're trying to run before you catch that. And
I think he saw him coming and he was nervous. He had to get the shot away, and oh,
he had
boy.
some happy feet down there.
Yeah, happy feet. That's too bad. You like to see
you know
guys.
what? They needed a basket, I think, right there, because it's only a 10-point game. You let this team come back, and Arlington's been a little careless the last few minutes with the ball. They haven't been as crisp as they were earlier. Now I see he's coming back with his regulars, or a couple of them.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Como Park's kind of made a game out of it.
Sometimes it's hard to close a team out when you're up by so many points and to stay focused. It's sort of a mental test to, finish them off with a big win. But it's also a good test to see if you can still maintain what you did earlier to get the big lead. And so far in the last 4 or 5 minutes, Arlington hasn't done that. They've been kind of freelancing a lot, and it's kind of made this game a little tight.
So if you're Como Park, assuming you score here, now you kind of got to foul.
Well, you got to foul and then try as much as you can to do that full court pressure if you can at this point, unless you just wore out from the whole event.
It still appears as though Arlington really maintains a huge advantage in quickness. Oh, no, you don't want to do that.
The one thing you don't want to do on the Arlington part is foul.
You score when the clock's not running.
Yeah.
And they're shooting two the rest of the way. So Mann, who has kept Como Park in the game with his shooting, goes to the line, and he's got an opportunity to cut what was once a huge lead down into single digits. He misses the first. Dobson comes back in. Everett Wilburn sits down. Got to give credit to Como Park. They've hung in there all game long.
I don't think Ole wanted to bring Dobson back in the game, though.
I don't think he did either. And for the first time since early in the game, the Phoenix are down again. Holy cow. Dobson, just like that, comes into the game and gets a dunk opportunity. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line. The lead is now 9 with 1:04. I don't think it's been this close race since probably early in the first quarter. Terrence at the line. His first free throw attempt is good, and the lead is back to 10. With 1:04 remaining. This victory will move the Phoenix to their conference record best 7-4. The loss will drop Como Park to 1-10. Dobson missed the last free throw. He's surrounded by. Dobson gets a steal.
Nice hustle on defense. Tremendous hustle.
Dobson missed the free throw. Mann got the rebound, and Dobson just ran him down and took the ball away from him. Stewart's trying to dribble the ball.
He's got to get rid of that. He's got to start. See that?
That's a bad move. That's not his deal.
He's got to get. He shouldn't be dribbling the ball out there. If you're trying to run some clock, keep that ball moving.
Well, not to mention the fact he's not a ball handler. Dobson or Johnson or McDonald should be handling the ball. But he picked up the foul, so he gets to go to the line. 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Phoenix by 10. Stewart's first free throw attempt is good. So he'll shoot one more. Both teams are now in the double bonus. Any foul from here on out will be rewarded with 2 free throws. Stewart's second attempt. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound McDonald. He smartly pulls it out, but he picked up his dribble. Called a quick timeout. That's a smart call.
Nice
that's a senior
call.
call.
He got trapped in the corner a little bit. And
that's the kind of thing that, you know, it's experienced kids, they learn. That's learning the game. That's showing that he understands the game. He picked up his dribble. You shouldn't have done that, but calls rather than try to make an errant pass or bounce it off of somebody's leg, you just burn a timeout.
And you got to know you got a timeout left to do that. So you got to be thinking about, do you have any remaining?
Yeah, ask Chris Webber about that. Yeah, that'll go down in infamy. So Charles McDonald will inbound the ball for the Phoenix, looking to run out the clock and collect their 7th win. And Love fouls Dobson. Not altogether sure why Como Park's going to choose to do this. Obviously, you never want to tell your kids to quit, but at a certain point, 30 seconds left, down by 11, with Mann really the only kid for Como lighting it up. Dobson, 2 free throws. He converts on the first one.
And I'm sure that's the guy only one's at the line anyway, so he's going to get the inbound pass every time from here on out.
Yeah, Mr. Oley's a good coach, but I don't think you have to be a rocket scientist to figure out you got to get the ball to Dobson. And another steal. But then we got a foul away from the ball. Looks like it's on Stewart. So we're going to walk 180 feet and set up shop down on the other end. Shoot another 2 free throws. 31.6 seconds left in this city conference matchup. Arlington in command throughout. Como Park behind Reed Mann comes back to close within 9 with under a minute to go, but free throws now the difference. The lead is now 11. Love converts the first free throw. Second one off, no good. Another rebound by Regino, but he throws it away. Shot no good. Another rebound by Regino, and he is fouled. So it looks like we're going to walk up and down the floor and shoot free throws. Regino, I'd like to know how many rebounds he has. He's just been all over the glass today.
He should have the game high, for sure.
And he definitely complements their offense well. He's been able to get some garbage baskets off some misses, and works, like you said earlier in the show, he definitely worked hard underneath the basket. Misses his first free throw attempt. Well, Ray, if you had to give the game ball today, where's the game ball go?
I'd have to give it to 2 guys, really, Johnson and McDonald. I thought their defense sort of keyed their press pretty much all night tonight, and it just got their offense going so well. And once Johnson came in the game, the pace never let up.
Well, and if you go for Como, obviously that guy right there, Reed Mann, he filled it up for the Cougars and kept him in it best he could. Elijah Compare, his shot's no good. Rebound by Dobson. Not much time left. And there's 1 foul. Looks like Dobson will go to the line for 2 more free throws. Less than 5 seconds left in the game. The Phoenix lead at 88-76, but really not that close. It got close late. Like you said, I think the Phoenix got a little bit careless. Reed Mann got even hotter. Dobson's first free throw isn't good. That's got to make your free throws. And the second free throw. Rolls in, shooter's touch. Dobson goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Pastor. Three-pointer at the buzzer. It's good. Poptelican hits a three at the buzzer to cut the lead to 10. But that's it, folks. The Arlington Phoenix have defeated the Como Park Cougars 89-79 here on St. Paul's North End at Arlington High School. Ray, recap on the game. What are your thoughts?
Well, I still think that Arlington's quickness and their defense, their defensive intensity will take them into the postseason. I just don't know how far because they don't have enough size, but the way they get after you at both ends of the floor and the way they make it hard for you to run your offense, that could pretty much neutralize some bigger teams. And I think if they can keep on running their offense when they need to, they're not going to be able to run up and down the court on everybody they play. They're going to show some half-court stuff to people. And if they can do that, their quickness will keep them in a lot of games. And I like the way they play team ball. They move the ball around. They're not selfish. They look for the open man. They like to get cute a little bit, but that's all right. They're trying to make the pass anyway, so you have to give them that. And I think this is, in spite of their lack of height, they've got some ingredients that can bother some teams, I think, down the road.
Well, yeah, and they certainly play an exciting brand of basketball. It's they like to get up and down the floor. They like to try to dunk the ball. We had an opportunity to see several dunks today. It's fun to see high school kids dunk the ball. You know, I don't know. I'm not that old, but not too many kids dunked when I was in high school.
Well, I can't say that. I've seen it.
Well, I think going to high school in Chicago probably a little different deal, but.
Yeah.
No, it was a very entertaining basketball game.
Yeah.
And
I'm very glad I got a chance to see Terrence Dobson play for the first time, and I think he's a marvelous player, and I wish him the best in terms of where he goes to school at. I think he's definitely a Division II player at best, and if some teams around here would get smart about it, they ought to be looking at him a little more closely and talking to him, because I think he can help some programs that are trying to look for a rising star in their program.
Well, where would you see him playing? Probably a two-guard spot?
Well, actually, his size, he'll have to be a point guard.
Oh,
and
okay.
see, that's why I was talking about he needs to be a little more active with the basketball and be a little more aggressive going to the basket. He passes very well, but I think there's going to be situations where